morning. Good morning. It is so awesome to be here. Thank you so much for joining my live. My name is Ade Toro Majek. I am the owner of the In Her Experience, and what the In Her Experience is about providing tools, tips, and tricks, education, and lifestyle coaching to women, global women, on how to self-care, create self-awareness, and spirituality, spiritually supporting yourself. So today's topic is about choosing freedom. So we have been focusing on a 5-day challenge where I have been challenging you all out there. If you're following me, if you've been watching my lives, if you've been a part of the challenge on how to become the support you desire for yourself, be that for yourself. So let's continue. I am focusing on how to choose freedom. Choosing freedom is the most powerful thing you can do for yourself. Okay, let me get myself together because I'm excited and nervous because I have so much to say, and this topic is a really heavy one. So bear with me while I try and get out my thoughts and try and focus on what it is I am trying to give to you. Okay, so I have some notes here that I wrote down. I don't want you to see it because my writing is messy. I just scratched some stuff down. But okay, so I started off that we make our lives out to be what we choose it to be. So life is so I have a master's degree in global and social cultural studies, and we focus on how your reality is not necessarily the same reality everyone else is experiencing. So there is the reality, there is the truth of what okay, so there is the truth of what the true reality is, but we don't necessarily know what that truth is because that truth is different for everyone. So there is a truth out there about the way reality truly actually is, but no one really knows what that truth is because reality is different for everyone. So this is where that statement comes in when I say what did I write? When I say you make your life out to be what you choose it to be, / we make our lives out to be what we choose it to be. So that basically means you are creating the experiences that you have. You are in control of your emotions, you are in control of your experiences, you're in control of your desires. But to a certain extent, I think we are in control to a certain point, and then at another point, I believe that God takes over for us, or God has the ultimate last word after we've decided. But I also believe some other things that I'm not going to get into. But anyway, so belief is also something that is something that we can decide for ourselves. We can decide what we want to believe in and believe of. I don't know how to explain this, but belief is something that has been created in order to create, in order to maintain sort of a connection to each other as the whole of society, as the whole of humankind. So if we all believe the same belief, we have a common connection, we have a common goal in mind. And when you allow yourself to live in freedom, you are now saying that, okay, you're now saying that I'm not going to be a part of this society's belief system, essentially. And sorry, I'm getting tangled up with my words, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's definitely not a bad thing. It just means that you are creating your own reality. It means that you're living in your truth. It means that you are allowing yourself to go against the grain and live for your passions, live for your beliefs, live for who you are. And while that might seem like a negative thing, it's really not, because I believe that that's what life wants for you. That's what God wants for you. That's what you, as the author, as a co-author, co-creator, as a creator of your experiences, truly wants. So there's this thing that I decided a long time ago. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So basically, a long time ago, I decided that I'm sorry, I'm reading my notes. Okay, so I decided a long time ago that I wouldn't be afraid to be here on earth, right? I wouldn't be afraid to be here, and that I wouldn't be afraid to live the life that I wanted to experience for myself. And basically, that has allowed me to really take on some new perspectives about the way that I saw who I was, and the way that I saw life, and the way that I saw just how everything works, how everything works here, how everything works in this world. And I decided a long time ago that I would be willing to not take on the same ideologies and commit to the same belief systems as the majority does here on this planet, because it's not necessarily what benefits who I am. And I was okay with that. And so in choosing that, I have done a lot of a lot of self-education around understanding, ooh, my voice just cracked, around understanding more about what that looks like, and what that consists of. So doing a lot of reading, doing a lot of self-study in who I am, like the way that I'm living, and putting it into practice. So, so as far as putting it into practice, I focused on saying certain statements, creating new beliefs for myself, creating a new reality, creating a new identity about who I am and what I want for myself. Create a new identity, not agreeing with what people say about me, not agreeing with how people look at me when they see me. So for instance, I can take a personal experience with my family. So let's say my family wants me to be someone who is working a regular 9-to-5 job, and I'm like, I'm more of a creative soul. I'm more of a creative identity. So rather than saying, yes, I'll just go and do the very thing that I know that I don't feel that is necessarily my identity, but is the identity my family has attached to me or has assigned to me. I don't even know where I was going. I'm so sorry. Okay, so it's the identity that my family has attached to me, but it's not necessarily the identity that I agree with. And so because I don't hold that identity to myself, I create a new identity for myself, which is someone who gets to create the work that she does. And so now you have me as the person you see right now here on this live. So basically, I come back to the fact that life is, choosing freedom is about whether you are creating your own agreements with your life, or you are choosing to be in agreement with what other people see for you, which then turns back around to the belief systems that are created here for us in society. So are you going to attach yourself to the belief systems and the constructs that have been created for you, or are you going to allow yourself to choose something other, something that is more suitable for who you are and who you know yourself to be? And that is freedom. So a long time, sorry, so I have been doing a lot of self-work, and in this self-work I decided that I was going to be someone who was in control of her life. So I wanted to let you guys know that okay, so I'll come back to that, sorry. So I wanted to mention that ever since that I stated in my life that certain things don't exist for me in my experience of life, those things have stopped existing within my reality. Even though other people still say that this this idea exists for them, I chose that that idea wouldn't exist for me because it doesn't work for me. And I chose to stop being afraid. Because okay, so I used to be very afraid of life. I used to be very afraid of being myself. I used to be very afraid of disappointing people. I used to be afraid of not um of not being accepted in this world, or accepted in life. And then I hated that feeling, and I hated feeling afraid of who I was. I hated feeling afraid of wanting more for myself. I hated feeling afraid of wanting to be someone that I wasn't yet. And in that experience, I chose that I would no longer be afraid of that, because that isn't who I was. Deeper within me, I was someone who wanted so much to be the very person I am now. Someone who was outspoken, someone who had a voice, someone who was assertive, someone who could say exactly what they felt and not be afraid of of that. Someone who can say exactly what they wanted, be like, hey, I want da 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 da, like I want this to happen, and actually let it, like actually not make it happen, but see it happen, like to see it come into fruition. I wanted to be that type of person. And so I have. But yeah, so back to the agreements. So my thing was that I never wanted, sorry. I was, sorry. Ever since I stated that certain things don't exist for me, they ceased to stop existing. For me, in my experience. And then I've also done the opposite of that. So when I've said that I wanted something specific to be a part of my reality and the person that I am, those things have become in existence for me. So the reason why I mentioned this is because I wanted you to see that you are the power of your life. You are the power of your life that creates control. You create the control in how you decide what your life is going to look like. So you create what it is you want as your experience. And because of that, that's where your freedom comes. So you can say no to certain experiences. You can say no to certain expectations. You can say yes to certain expectations. You can say yes to certain experiences. It's all what you believe is for you. And it's all about being open to life, open to yourself, open to the things you want. And this is how you become the support that you desire that may not necessarily exist in your life. So I was reading a book called The Four Agreements. And in this book, such a powerful book. And it's so funny because I was talking about agreements. And yes, the book influenced my wording today, but it never influenced my outlook on life, because I always felt that life was about how you choose to make it. So you can either choose it to be your hell, or you can choose it to be your heaven. And so for me, before, I believe that I was existing in a realm where I made my life to be kind of hellish for me. And then I was tired of that experience, and I was tired of those feelings. And then I decided that I wanted it to be more of my heaven. And ever since I've done that, I have seen such a shift in the way that I now experience not only myself, but how I experience other people, and how I experience events that occur within my life, and how I choose them, and how I choose to for them to impact me. Yeah. So my challenge to you is to be more open with the way that you are experiencing this life, to be more open to how you are experiencing yourself, and to challenge yourself to speak what it is that you want for your life, and to challenge yourself to look at your life in a way that is in more support of you than what you would normally believe. So this is something that I've decided that was for me. So going back to what exists for me and what doesn't exist for me, is that I decided that life is not my enemy. I am not an enemy of life, and life is not an enemy of me. So I hold no ill will towards life and the world holds no ill will towards me. So basically, I am supported by everything that is. I am supported by the energy of the experience of life. I am supported by people out on the street. I am supported in love by the sun. I am supported in love by air. I am supported in love by the ground that holds me and allows me to walk. So all of these things are not trying to attack me or make me have a bad day or want the worst for me, but rather they are here all in support of me because I am loved and I am cared for and I am known. So, and when I say I am known, like all of me is known, every part of me, the bad, the good, the ugly, the pure, the sweet, the divine, everything about me is known. And because of that, they support my existence. I am supported in this reality. So I chose that for myself, and I ask that you choose that for yourself, to see that things that are occurring in your life aren't necessarily because you're hated, or because people are slighting you, or because things just don't want to go right for you. No, don't take that perspective, because if you hold that perspective, all of that is just what is going to be attracted to who you are. But if you look at life as life cares about me, life supports me, God is with me, God wants the best for who I am. And so everything is always working out for me, regardless of my control, regardless of what I'm trying to physically make happen. So when you take this perspective, when you take this new perspective, you're able to see how peaceful, how aligned, how just goddamn good you are in life. And that allows you to be your best self. That allows you to become supported. And that's it. So my challenge, once again, is for you to take a new perspective and to drop old beliefs and to give yourself freedom. Choose freedom. If you want to do something, if you want to go after something, allow yourself to do it because you are supported. Okay, I am Ade Toro Majek of The Inner Experience. This is my last day of the Become the Support You Desire challenge. If you would like to get to work with me, if you would like to work with me is what I'm trying to say, as far as like get some coaching, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can reach out to me at you can reach out to me at the.inner.experience on my Instagram. You can send me a message there. You can also contact me at sorry, what am I saying? I've been talking so much, so I'm starting to get tired. But you can reach me at theinnerexperience.com. And I keep saying I'm sorry because I'm messing up. But anyway, so yeah, you can contact me on my website, theinnerexperience.com. And you can also reach me here on Facebook at the Inner Experience business page. You can send me a message through there. So it was a pleasure coming on live every day, giving you the 5 aspects to becoming the support that you desire for yourself. It was a pleasure. Take care. Have a good one. Bye. Oh, also don't forget to connect with me on YouTube. So I have a YouTube channel. It is called Organically Me. So yeah, look me up and subscribe. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.